Title: When billion-dollar budgets go boom. Rhode Island steps it up, or do they? TLDR. Ding, ding, ding. The Rhode Island House of Representatives just signed off on a cool $14 billion budget, folks. The biggest in state history, no less. They're boosting public school funding and snipping taxes that irritate business owners. But here's the kicker, they've totally left the retirees hanging. So, who wins and who loses in this big budget bonanza? Let's dive in. Story time, people. This past Friday, a whopping 68 out of 72 Rhode Island representatives gave the thumbs up to a state budget for the coming year that blasts past the $14 billion mark. That's a cool 2.9% leap from the $13.6 billion budget approved last year, making it the biggest in the state's history. Now, that's a whole lot of Benjamins. So where's all that money going? Well, they're showering some love on public schools and snipping away at a tax that's been a royal pain in the behind for business owners. The educational sector must be popping some bubbly right now. But you know who's not clinking glasses? Our dear retirees, that's who. Despite the retirees crying out for some budgetary TLC after the sting of pension cuts 12 years ago, the House said, nah, not this time. Ouch, talk about a cold shoulder. So while the schools are cashing in and the entrepreneurs are celebrating a tax cut, the old-timers are left out in the cold. Now, you'd think such a hefty budget would ruffle a few feathers, right? But surprisingly, this mammoth budget actually found favor with most Republicans. Apparently, they saw enough of their ideas reflected in the final plan to get on board. Or maybe they just didn't want to be the ones holding up the money train. So, what's the next stop for this monster budget? It's zipping over to the Senate, where it'll be up for consideration next week. Wonder what they'll make of it. Let's remember though, folks, this ain't financial advice. It's just the turned-up news reporting on some serious money matters. The question is, did the Rhode Island House get it right or did they drop the ball? And here's a real brain tickler for you. If you were in charge of a $14 billion budget, where would you allocate the funds? What priorities would top your list and which would you drop faster than a hot potato? Let's hear your thoughts, readers.